Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm a big dog off the leash. Now I can step on my pivot. Papa ain't boots on my feet. Diamond they hit like I leave. These niggas frogs on the leaf. Soon as they hop up and leak, sticks up. You thought this shit came with some teeth. Tell them ride the way surf.
Alright. What's happening, y'all? So I'm about to be hopping into a video, you know what I'm saying? Something a little bit different than what I usually react to. I'm gonna be reacting to a police shooting a civilian, you know what I'm saying? So just a couple days ago, Rayshard Brooks was shot by the cops in Atlanta. You know, this happened 2 days ago. You know what I mean? In the midst of all that's going on, you know what I mean? All the protests that, you know what I mean, began happening like after George Floyd getting shot, you know what I'm saying? And all that causing so much outcry and riots and protests, and you know what I mean, cities like Seattle are being taken over by, you know what I mean, all these outside, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, anarchist people. So there's just a lot going on, you dig? And I know that y'all probably like, oh, you react to this kind of stuff? Yeah, well, don't forget, I don't just react to music. I react to, you know what I mean, any video, you know what I'm saying, worth watching and worth being analyzed, you dig? So I'm gonna go ahead and hop up in this video. So here's the thing. I've already seen this video. I watched the whole thing last night. So there's multiple videos that are like a couple minutes long showing the shooting. But I think just actually earlier today they released the footage, the body cam footage of the officer who shot him. I mean, of both officers. So there's two officers on the scene. They released both their body cam footage. So so before even the shooting, there's a whole 43-minute video, you know what I mean, of the body cam footage of the officers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna watch the whole thing in its entirety. I've already seen it. I'm gonna skip through, and I'm gonna really break this down and give my take on it, my analysis on it, because there's so many different parts to this whole situation that, you know, it brings up a lot of questions, you know what I mean? Like on both parties, you know what I mean? Both parties, yeah, definitely, you know what I'm saying? The guy who was shot, Rayshard Brooks, and the officers too, yeah. So I'm pretty much gonna, you know what I mean, go ahead and hop up into this. I'm gonna obviously fast forward to like major points during the video, you know what I'm saying? And like always, if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also hit the notification bell to stay notified every time I drop a video, you dig? So let's go ahead and start off. So, yeah.
Come man. Hey. Come in. Hey. Hey man, you're parked in the middle of...
So let me explain what's going on here. So, this is the man who's in the car is Rayshard Brooks. He's in the drive-thru at a Wendys. So, pretty much what happened is somebody called the cops because he fell asleep in his car. So he's actually in the middle of the drive-thru, you know what I mean? People can't get by him, you know what I'm saying? And like, I always wonder, like, who are the people who are calling the cops about people falling asleep in the drive-thru? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't really imagine doing that. If somebody was asleep in front of me while I'm in the drive-thru, I would just walk up to their car and knock, pretty much do what this cop is doing right here, like, you know what I mean? And that's why I don't understand when people say they want to get rid of the cops. It's like, y'all niggas like can't even blow your nose without calling the cops, because like people calling the cops for things like this, you dig? So that's what's going on right here.
Back to one here.
So pretty much he gets him up a little bit. Let's see. So pretty much what happens.
In the back.
So pretty much what happens, so he was able to wake Rayshard Brooks up, and he tells him, so he was in the drive-through line, and he tells him to just drive over to the side right here and park his car. So then after he does that, the cop gets back out of his car and then re-approaches his vehicle. So now the cop, like, you know, after getting set a little bit, he walks back up to him, finally gets him awake. You know what I mean? Getting his license and stuff like that.
Well, you say one drink. What kind of drink was it?
Just one more drink.
How about any drugs today?
I don't do drugs.
Okay. Okay. Is this a rental car? What's the deal with that?
I sent him. I sent him.
You what? Rental, gotcha. Where'd you rent it from?
The place down off the town.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah, after just getting all that little information, you know what I mean, asking him what's going on, and pretty much
Hey man, just stay in the car. Alright, hey, just stay in the car with me, alright? I want you to okay. Alright, man.
alright, so here so pretty much the cop, you know what I mean, he got, after getting his information and stuff, he just has the dude come out of the car, and then while he runs back to his police, you know what I mean, his police car, he's just on it, you know what I mean, on his computer typing up stuff. So then he approaches his vehicle again, and I guess he didn't get his license, so he just hands him his license, you know what I'm saying? So they're still just talking or whatever. I think they're about to walk back to his car.
She said, yeah. I called my sister. She said, yeah, you had it.
All right.
But you should put it in your sofa. I said,
Alright,
that's
so we're
cool.
going back to Parkman, alright? Let me ask you here. Where are you coming from?
Actually, I just came from getting something to eat.
Okay.
From
Okay. Hey, why don't you just get back in the car with me? I hate to keep asking. I don't want to...
I just want to make sure you know that everything's good.
Yeah, you're good, man. Why don't you stay in the car with me, alright? I don't want to keep asking you. Just sit in the car with me. Relax, alright? Sir.
Oh, no problem. No
Alright,
problem.
just stay in the car with me, alright? I hate to keep asking.
What's your name, sir?
Brosnan.
Mr. Rob.
Yes,
I
sir.
apologize.
You're good, man. Just...
So,
Alright, go on. I'm sitting here.
alright, so he finally has them sit back in the car, you know what I mean? So here's when things are gonna start getting weird, okay? So, in a second, another officer is about to pull up on the scene.
I went to visit her.
Yeah. Alright.
Inside the Burger King tonight and today. This happened.
Right, I hear you.
I said, babe, welcome, squads.
Right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk to this officer here for a minute, and then we'll be good to go. Okay? Alright, thank you, sir. Alright, stay in the car. Stay right there. Hey, what's going on?
Alright, so enter the second officer on the scene.
Alright, go on. I'm sitting here.
So he was in the driveway.
Yeah, he said he was on, car's on. Took me like a few minutes to wake him up. Kept knocking, opened the door, shook him. Woke up super groggy because, you know, pretty good smell of alcoholic beverage coming out of the car. Eyes are watery, glassy. Started to worry, wasn't sure where he was. And telling me he had one drink, he said earlier. He said standard size. I said, I think just one drink, but I can smell alcohol still. And he tried to tell me, where are you coming from? He said, well, I'm coming from Jonesboro, I got food. I said, what are you doing? You got more food. So he's really not too clear, like, I got here, got there. But I mean,
So this was a 911 call, right?
yeah, the driver called in.
So somebody called because he was in the driveway.
He just passed out in the car.
Passed out in the driveway.
Yep.
Okay.
That's where I found him.
Had to pull over.
Yeah, I had to move out of the way, and then when he pulled up, he actually hit over the curb onto the grass, like backed it up. Okay. So I was relieved when he was in the drive again.
Sure. Absolutely. All right, no problem.
Alright, so yeah, he pretty much, this cop, you know what I mean, he, second officer comes on the scene, he pretty much gives him a recap of what he's been dealing with, you know what I mean? Tells this officer, the whole situation of what's going on. That part, I understand that part, that's what you're supposed to do, let the next officer pulling up know what's going on. I think he for the most part, he did an okay job. I feel like, yeah, well, we'll see about this. But so for pretty much this officer, the way he pulls up, like y'all are about to see, this dude, he pulls up with the whole attitude, like the dude, this first dude, he's a, like from what it seems, he seems like a real nice cop, pretty much trying to help this dude out in the beginning. This dude pulls up and he's, I don't know, this nigga's on a whole different tip, you dig? But so let's see.
There's a rental car. He's visiting from Ohio. Hey, Mr. Brooks.
Hey, I'm Officer Holt from the Atlanta Police Department. How you doing?
I'm good, that's fine.
All right, so tell me, I wasn't here, so can you tell me what happened before we got here?
Nothing happened. I just got here to get something to eat.
Where are you coming from?
Well, my friend dropped me off here. And she brought me here to get something to eat. And
Your friend dropped you off where?
here.
At Wendys. Okay. So where's your friend now?
She's at the hotel.
What hotel?
Right here in the Home Lodge.
Where's that? What's the address to?
I'm not sure. I know she's here in the Home Lodge.
All right. So how did she drop you off here?
She drove here and dropped me off.
In what car?
And a black Volvo.
Okay. So how did this car get here?
I mean, it was here before I came. Like, it was a rental car, my sister. But I mean, like I told her, I came here, I met her here.
Okay.
From the beginning, and she picked me up.
So like obviously, the dude, he's drunk, obviously, what I'm saying? But I feel like I feel like he is doing a pretty good job for how drunk he is, what I'm saying? So he's pretty much just getting the rundown, on pretty much having him explain the story back, but let me just explain this part to you guys pretty much. So apparently what happened is he went somewhere with his girlfriend beforehand. He drove up, parked his car at this Wendys. After they're done doing whatever they're doing, they got drunk or whatever, she drives them back to this Wendys. I guess they're staying at a hotel, so he can get his car, which is this one. And then he, I guess, decides while he's now drunk to get some food, passes up in the drive-thru, cops called, and this is how they're all in this situation right here, you dig? So I'm gonna skip up a little bit to the point to where he has him come out of the vehicle. Yeah.
Step out with me, please.
Yes, sir.
Well, do you have any weapons on you or anything like that?
I don't have anything on.
Is it okay if I pat you down just to make sure?
I have just money, gas, and that was it.
Is it okay if I pat you down to make sure you don't have any weapons?
Absolutely.
Just turn around, face away for real quick. What is this? It's just a bunch of money in your pocket?
That's my wallet.
What's all this?
That's just your money.
How much money do you have in your pocket?
I mean, maybe. Come on, buddy.
Okay. Like a bunch of ones and stuff here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Walk over here with me, please. Yes, this is Wendy.
I do remember.
You can see the side, right?
I just came to get something.
You mind just
Alright, so So he pretty much pulls him out, pats him down, and now he's about to check, do the sobriety check. So if y'all were able to notice, this cop has if y'all were able to notice the attitude, like how I noticed it, this dude, he has a whole different attitude. Like, he's kind of acting like he was called on some actual crime issue. Like the way the first cop was handling it, he was handling it, I feel like, appropriately. It's like, all right, a dude was out partying, whatever, ends up passed out, in a Wendys. Obviously he's drunk, got too lit, that seems like the appropriate way to handle this. It's just a regular dude. I doubt this dude has any criminal history or anything. The way this guy pulls up, he's still doing his job too. It's like, obviously you gotta check and see if he's drunk, but his whole demeanor is as if he's investigating some nigga who just robbed someplace or something, you dig? But so now he's pretty much just gonna do the test, sobriety check or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And this actually takes a while, you know what I mean? So like, look, this is the longest I've ever seen anybody just do the finger wave, you know what I mean? But yeah, he pretty much just does the longest sobriety check I've ever seen in my life, you know? So we got a little bit of that going on. He has them do the walk thing. He explains it like 5 different times before he actually does it. So let's see, he eventually...
You feel very impaired?
Absolutely, I'm okay.
Alright, you understand all the instructions clearly. Go ahead and begin whenever you're ready.
So let's watch him do his little, you know what I mean?
1001,
His little walk.
1003, 1004, 1005.
Well, actually, so he already did the little walk. He's doing the balancing on one leg thing right now.
1009, 1010.
All right.
One being completely sober. 10 being
So now he pretty much finished with the test. He's just talking to him, already knowing that he's obviously drunk, you know. So at this point, he's just pretty much trying to get him to admit that he's drunk and was drunk driving.
What you think it means. So, 1 being completely sober, haven't drank anything, and 10 being hammered drunk. How do you feel? On a scale from 1 to 10. You feel completely sober.
Like I said, I just woke up.
You don't feel the effects of the alcohol that you had whatsoever.
Absolutely not. I can make it wherever I need to be. I'm right here. Like I said, I'm home lodge, sir.
Home lodge isn't close to here.
It's right behind Home Lodge right here, ain't it?
Where do you think you are right now?
I'm on Old Dixie Highway.
You're not on Old Dixie Highway.
Well, I'm not on Old Dixie
What
Highway.
city do you think you're in?
Far from here.
So yeah, pretty much. So he pretty much is just trying to get him to admit that he's drunk, and now he's eventually going to get to the point of doing the breathalyzer for him.
She left off. I said, babe. Now, so she left. I said, babe. I'm like, babe, hey, damn, you know, you want number 1 or number 2 or?
But
she's like,
would you agree?
So still doing the talking, trying to get him to admit. Like, rest in peace to the dude. But like I don't want this to be offensive in any way, but low key, like, other than him being drunk, he seems like a real level-headed guy, and he also is kind of funny in the way he's answering all these questions, you know what I'm saying? But rest in peace to him. But so I'm just trying to fast forward to the point where he actually gets him to do the breathalyzer. Let's see.
What's that?
It's a little handheld machine. I have you blow into it, and that lets me know if you're positive or negative for the presence of alcohol in your breath.
I've been drinking.
Okay.
I do say that.
Okay.
But I'm going to be going a few minutes down the road.
I got you. I'm just asking, will you take a preliminary breath test for me?
I mean, I don't know what it is.
Like you said, it's a little handheld machine. Lets me know if it's positive or negative for the presence of alcohol. That's part of my investigation.
You know it's the presence.
I know.
So that part was a little funny too, you know.
1.5 drinks. You don't remember what kind of drinks you were.
So here.
I think you've had too much to drink to be driving. Put your hands on your back. Put your hands on your back.
Alright, so that's pretty much what I was talking about, was how he was just like, the way when he started arresting him, he was just like, oh, I think you had too much to drink, put your hands behind your back. It's just like, why did you kind of have to trick him into arresting him? You could have just been like, alright, so you are under arrest, you know, like, because for these reasons, you know what I'm saying? Like, you obviously, like, are you arresting him because he was drinking and driving, or are you arresting him because you do not want him to drink and drive? That could have been explained better. You also could have, if you were not trying to be an asshole, could have just been like, so I'm not letting you drive out of here. If you can get someone to come pick you up, you know, if you can do that, we'll wait for someone to come get you, and if not, we will have to arrest you. You know what I mean? It's pretty much run it down. But like, you could have just handled that arrest way better. To me, that was just a horrible job. That little arrest attempt right there was horrible. So pretty much now it leads into him resisting arrest. To me, this part I can't explain. I don't know why he's fighting back like that and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm just trying to, like, you know what I mean, give the perspective for them to. I have no idea why this leads to him fighting back like this. I never got, you know what I mean? But so pretty much just watch this. So pretty much he's fighting them. Let me go to this other video. So there is better footage. So pretty much he's fighting back, resisting arrest, you know what I'm saying? So one of them tases him, and he actually grabs hold of one of the other you know what I'm saying, officers' tasers. You know what I'm saying? So now he breaks away from them and he starts running. So this is him now running. He's holding the taser. This officer is holding the taser too. I think he tries to shoot him with the taser while they're running. But then you can see that he drops his taser or throws it down, and now is grabbing his gun, because now you can see over here, you know what I mean, Rayshard now tries to shoot, you know what I'm saying, his taser at the officer. You know what I'm saying? Which obviously you don't resist arrest like that. Do anything that he did at the point of resisting arrest, like we already know that could end up in you getting shot by the cops. You know what I'm saying? If that is the right thing to do, that's always, you know what I mean, that's always the question, you dig? But you know, a cop will take advantage of shooting and killing you after just even resisting and breaking away, you know what I mean? But he got hold of the taser. So now after he has the taser and is running away, he now tries to shoot it back, you dig? And that's when he, now by this car, he pulls out his gun and shoots. Pulls out the gun, shoots, you know. And so that's pretty much what happened, you dig? So obviously, like I was saying, that was you know what I mean, the way he tried to arrest him in the beginning, it was just a bad job of trying to arrest. But that doesn't excuse him obviously resisting. I have no idea why he was resisting arrest like that. Like, the dude obviously he didn't have any warrants. He doesn't seem like the guy who does crime. I don't know if he was that drunk or just whatever he was on that made him want to fight back. So obviously he fights, he breaks away, he grabs the taser, and up until that point, that's when the cop decides to shoot him. So obviously, I'm not even saying it's not right for the cop to pull his gun, but now it comes to a matter for me, with how I was thinking about it, is like, all right, so I feel like you have the right to now shoot, not to kill. So it's like, why were you shooting with the intentions to, all right, let me slow him down, let me shoot his leg, let me, you know what I mean, make him fall, you know what I mean, it sucks that he's gonna have to get shot, but he, you know what I mean, he kind of made his bed or whatever, you know what I mean, reacting like that. Or did he just make the decision to just say, oh, now that he did all this, I'm just gonna kill the dude, you know what I mean? So, you know, like, either way, you know what I mean, I feel like there's definitely an argument on both sides on just the justified killing, you know what I mean? Like, it's not easy to just be like, oh yeah, that cop was completely in the wrong. And it's not completely easy to just say that Rayshard, you know what I mean? Well, obviously it is easy to, in the typical view, it is easy to be like, oh, he got himself killed by reacting that way. But I'm just saying, if there were, is there any other steps that that cop could took, knowing that, you know what I mean, he was under the influence, you know what I'm saying? But either way, the result of this is just that cop losing his job. And now, I don't know if they brought a case to him, but pretty much where it stands now is that cop lost his job, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to break down, you know what I'm saying, this whole incident, because I feel like there was a lot of, you know what I mean, details, interesting parts, you dig, and being that it's actually happened in the midst of all this, you know what I mean, uproar that's going on. So I already knew a lot of attention was going to come to it, you feel me? And actually one thing that I heard is like that Wendys got burned down. See, now that part I don't agree with, but I'm not going to say it was just random people, you know what I mean? Because like honestly, I know that Antifa is out here burning stuff and is hiding in the shadows, you know what I mean? And they were hired by other groups. Like, yeah, there's honestly other in the middle of all this going on, there's a lot of other stuff that's, you know what I mean, happening, you know what I mean, inside all this, you dig? But I ain't gonna get into all that, you feel me? But that's pretty much it. If you like this video and you're new to the channel, make sure to still hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also hit the notification bell to stay notified every time I drop a video, you dig? But that's it, I'm out. Peace.